And welcome back to the Play-by-Play podcast. I'm your host, Finn Hogan, back with your co-host, Alec Palella.
How's it going, guys?
First intro in a minute. We've been gone for a while. We missed 2 weeks. Just kind of got busy, sidetracked.
Finn was tired. Finn was tired last week.
Tired. Lots going on, but we're back. We're going to stay consistent. We're on it. With our guests today, quarterback from Central Michigan, originally from Iowa, Jase Bauer himself. Jase, how are we doing today?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm doing phenomenal. How was your test? We've done testing this week. For people who don't know, it's like, so we'll max out and everything and do like vertical jump. We do like a 10-yard flat or whatever. What was that? Who was that?
It was like Buzz. I think he was yelling.
Anyway, how's your test week been?
It's been going good, man. Just kind of hitting the weights here before spring break. But yeah, right. Just got squats tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. Do you know what your weight is?
I think it's 380 for max. So we'll see how it goes. It could.
Yeah, way more than me.
Come on now. You've probably been
just freaking hang cleans 315. That's just crazy.
Did you really?
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
He's a tank. On
Do you really?
Cleans.
Yeah.
That's freaky.
Jase can bench a lot too.
What do you bench?
I got 265 for 6.
What group are you in?
Wait, what'd you get?
3. 265 for 6.
Damn.
6?
He did it more than me.
What'd you
For
do,
6?
Al?
I got 265 for 4.
I
That's
did
crazy.
250 for 3.
Yo.
Freaking huge. Anyway, thank you, Jase. We've been trying to get Jase on for a while. Sometimes Jase is camera shy and doesn't want to come and hang out with us, but that's okay. We got him today. Jase, we normally start with a question of the day. My question of the day was going to be, what is everybody doing for spring break? Because next week's spring break. But Alec thinks that's a stupid question.
Yeah.
You
No, it's fine. Let's do it.
Hit it. What are we doing for spring break? I'm with you.
I say Jase goes first, and then we'll tell
That's
our
fair.
story.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to West Palm Beach, Florida. Gonna golf down there. Maybe
Gotta go.
sit at the beach a little bit. So yeah, I'm excited for it.
Get out of the snow. I need to go. Golf sounds so fun.
Where is West Palm Beach? Like,
I think it's
I don't
like
really know.
north of Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
Like 30 minutes.
Got it.
Something like that. We're going to Illinois. We're going to Alex's house.
Yeah, Finn and a couple of the other guys on the team are coming down to my house, meet my family, some of my friends. We're going to Chi-Town for our friend Jack's birthday, so it should be fun. We're gonna. My brother's actually going down on Monday to Chicago too to look at apartments. So I told him maybe we can meet up with him. Yeah.
Apartment shop. I'd be down for that.
Yeah,
Go check some
what
stuff
are you
out.
gonna do? Like I've been to Chi-Town a couple times, but
What are we gonna do?
Figures are playing.
I don't know.
Portillo's.
Well, Portillo's. I've never been to a Portillo's in Chicago. I've been to Portillo's
So
plenty
we'll
of
just
times.
go
okay.
to like.
I don't know if there's where
have to
there
go
would
in
be.
Chicago.
I'm sure there are, but
you ever been?
No.
Dude,
yeah, I'm taking
I
them.
went the first time
I'm taking
when I
them.
was in Naperville.
Oh yeah.
I went.
Did you
It's
get
electric.
Did you get the cake shake?
It's electric, he said.
They didn't have a menu, so I like just.
What do you mean? It's up right when you walk in.
I went through drive-through.
Dude, isn't the drive-through service crazy? They have people like
Wild.
walking around.
Yeah, so like the guy came and was like, "What do you want?" I was like, "Dude, I've never been here before." It's like, "What do you guys got?" He's like, "We got."
Well, so how
burgers."
Portillo's works? Because there's usually like really long lines, so they'll have like 5. It's like Chick-fil-A, but like times 5. Or it's like they have people walking around, but there's like 10 people, so
I don't know
they'll
how
just
I've
come up to
never-
cause with like the pad you pay at the
Mhm.
car, like, and then they'll put like a ticket on your windshield, and you just walk through or drive through.
Yeah.
But it's like a fast food restaurant.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Nothing's like it around Illinois.
All right. Well, I did want to ask. I've never been to Iowa. Talk about growing up in Iowa football. Your dad was your coach, right?
Yeah, he's-
Am I accurate on that?
He's a defensive coach.
Defensive coach.
Yeah.
Talk about that. What's it like having a father like as a coach growing up? Because I feel like that's a whole different scenario than like just playing by yourself.
Yeah, no, for sure. So like he was actually a scout for like 15 years with the Jets. So I never really he never coached me like growing up really, except for baseball. But like once he like lost his job there, he came on to the football staff and the baseball staff. So yeah, he was coaching me throughout high school. And it's kind of interesting, but like we have a good relationship and like, just kind of growing up with him coaching me in baseball. He's hard on me too, but like, as I got older, it was good. But no, it's good. We got a good relationship now because of it. And so yeah, no, it's really a blessing, to have that. So
I recently saw he got the head coaching job, right?
Yes.
Congratulations, Mr. Bauer.
Yes.
On the big job. Applause. That's sweet. Talk about your recruiting. I know you committed to Central late, right?
Mhm.
And I think we've talked about it, just me and you before and whatnot. But kind of like tell the people that are watching this, so like we always talk because like I feel like recruiting is such a crazy situation. It's different for everybody. Talk about like your situation and like how it went for you.
Yeah. So being from Iowa and playing quarterback, like there's not that many, quarterbacks that come out of Iowa. So that kind of like already put me behind the eight ball there. And then COVID happened. And so I was talking to like some schools and they were like, yeah, like, we'd love to see you throw live. And I couldn't throw live. I was like, well, like I don't really know, what to do with that. I was supposed to go to like the Elite 11 camp and all that, like some camps. And then they all got canceled because of COVID. So then I was talking to some FCS schools that, I had to like watch my film and, were still interested in me. So I was set on going to, like some FCS schools. Like I was taking visits and it's like I was going to go, I was planning on going to this FCS school. And then like Central Michigan DM'd me. And I was like, okay, like this is interesting. It's really late, like a week or two before signing day.
And it was like late signing day.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So then I was just like, well, shoot, like I kind of had to entertain. Like that's probably the best opportunity if it did happen. And thankfully I got an opportunity and took it. So.
Yeah, I know COVID was a big thing. We kind of talked about it as well. Like Alec has said before, like he never got to go on like any of his visits. You can kind of touch on that if you want.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was supposed to go to some of like the bigger schools or whatever for like those visits or even like the MAC schools. But like right before I had like the dates already set, planned to go, and then COVID happened. So I think I got to go on one to NIU, but it was a junior day right before COVID happened. I'll never forget. It was actually on the day that Kobe died, like that day. Because I remember we were like on the visit, and then like everyone was talking about it. They had on like all the TVs in the locker rooms and stuff. And I also remember because I had shoulder surgery, so I couldn't like try on like the jersey and stuff. Yeah, everyone was like looking all sick, and I was just like sitting there.
I would have been pissed. Yeah, for me, well, I'd never, as you know, I didn't have any offers, but I never got to go to any camps either. All right, yeah, I didn't go to any camps. I wanted to go to camps and stuff like that, and then all we got canceled because of COVID. So obviously, screw you, COVID. But you have to go grab your pizza.
Yes.
Alec has to go grab a pizza right now. So Alec, if you may,
Finn insists
you can run
that
out.
I go grab it. So I will be back in less than 3 minutes. You can count me down. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Don't get lost.
Everybody keep track on the timer on the YouTube. So now it's just me and Jase here sitting here. I also want to do a quick shout out to Griffin. Griffin came up to me at the basketball game. He's a kid. Asked for a picture and stuff like that the other night. Yeah.
Like, what's that about?
Asked if I'd shout him out on the podcast. So I said, heck yeah. Griffin, appreciate you, man. Always feel free to come up and say what's up. We're all pretty cool. Nobody here is too mean or anything like that. So, yeah. I also want to talk about schedule came out today for us.
Dude.
Big games. Kind of like, what game did you see that you were kind of like, ooh?
First one, I was Eastern. Not gonna.
That's what I saw, too, because we've never played Eastern early in the season.
No.
It's always the last game of the year.
Yeah.
At least since we've been here.
Mm-hmm. And just kind of like after the last game, it just kind of left this sour taste.
Yeah, right.
Like, just wasn't a great game.
Yeah.
So I'm ready. Like, that was the one I was like, all right,
yeah.
like that's gonna be good to kind of get him
exactly
early in the
right.
season.
Get him early and smack him.
But I'm sure for you, like people at Michigan State, I'm sure.
Michigan State will be cool. That's just like everybody from my high school goes
Yeah.
to like Michigan. Like that's where you like all the up north people. You either go to state. If you don't get into Michigan, you go to state or something like that. So I'll see a lot of people there, which will be really cool. Mm-hmm. Notre Dame will be sweet.
Yeah.
At Notre Dame, I think it's Michigan State, New Hampshire, which I don't know anything about New Hampshire.
I don't either.
Notre Dame, South Alabama. Those are our non-conference, and then we'll go Eastern. Then we play Toledo last, which is also a different kind of vibe. I always wish we played Western like earlier.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like a Wednesday, because it's always like during Maction and stuff like that, which I'm never like a huge fan of, me personally, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But it'll be cool. Notre Dame will be sweet. I got some like family friends that are like big big ND people, so we'll get them out to that and stuff like that. But
that'll be a cool atmosphere too.
Yeah, right. That place will be wild. Notre Dame's like probably one of the most prestige. Yeah, like you know, college football. You think of like Notre Dame. Yeah, exactly right. But how often do your parents get to games?
I think last year, like I don't know, like I didn't play. I was kind of on and off.
Yeah.
But they came to every game except for Akron. Because I don't know, that week I was just like, don't come. I don't think I'm going to play, so don't come. But they try to make it out. Like, they'll fly it mostly every game. So
How far or do they fly or drive?
they fly. Luckily they get to fly for free. So
That's
the brother's a
clutch.
pilot. So
That's sick.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah, dude.
How long is that?
He's been a Delta pilot for about over a year, but he's been like flying commercially like 3-4 years, I think.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
Gosh, not having to
Sweet,
worry
dude.
about flights and stuff.
It's the life.
That's so nice. Talk about your experience as a quarterback. I feel like quarterback's obviously like the big spotlight position. Like you win, everybody loves the quarterback. You lose, everybody's gonna hate on the quarterback. Like, you know what I mean? Obviously, it's not necessarily always on the quarterback, but Alec Puebla's back. Everybody, check your timers on the thing. He went and grabbed his pizza. Yeah, that was quick.
The market's pretty far for those that don't know. So
It's really not. It's out the door
Did you go outside?
to the right. What'd you get?
pizza.
What kind of pizza?
I got bacon, sausage, and pepperoni and jalapenos.
Okay.
Wow.
I was until the last. Great.
So meat lovers
Yeah,
plus.
right? What? Jalapenos?
Dude, you don't diss it before you try it. One of my like friends' parents. I'm like,
okay?
He's like, dude, hi.
one of my friends' parents like they tried it like when we went to their house one night, and like my whole family likes spicy food because we're like Italian, whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like
Italian.
that's not like a spicy. Italian people aren't spicy. I feel like that isn't that normally like a
Kinda.
like a
It's like-
Indian Asia kind of thing.
It's like I think it's Mexican, like
Mexican's
that kind of
spicy
thing.
as well. But I
But,
feel like
um,
Italian's not spicy. They like pasta.
I mean, I don't
and
know.
pizza.
I feel like Italian is kind of like spicy food, like the gabagool, the gabagool. Besides the point, before Finn was being a dick. Yeah, so they like had us try it and we all loved it. So like we've been like ordering that every time since I was like 12 or something like that. So I love it on my pizza.
Nice. We talked about schedule. What game are you looking forward to? New schedule coming out.
Oh, Notre Dame.
That's what we kind of
Are
talked.
you
We
kidding?
said that'll be a pretty.
That's gonna be sick.
Pretty
I hope they
sweet
start
game.
chanting Rudy.
They're gonna be like, look,
He's actually in.
put him in. No, I said that. Michigan State will be cool just because that's where I live.
Yeah.
I love
And
it
it's
when I
like-
go there.
It's like Michigan team, so it'll be
Yeah.
like. And I got some friends
Jay
who
said
go there.
Eastern because that's the first game lost them
Right.
last game of the year. Then it's also like the
Yeah.
first game now, so that'll be cool. I had just
I think
asked.
South Alabama also just because of what happened
Yeah,
last
we need
year.
to beat
we
them.
need to kick the shit
It'll
out
be
of them.
interesting. I've never been to Alabama.
Me neither.
Have you been to Alabama?
Oh yeah.
Really? I don't. I
Pretty
gotta get
nice.
out of the house more, man.
You've been nowhere.
Yes, I have.
Where have you been?
I've been to Europe.
But that was for like your senior trip.
It was second.
You
grade,
had to
actually.
go.
It was second grade. No.
Yeah.
I've been to Florida. I
Senior
went to
second
Florida once.
Wow.
Yeah, right.
Did you at least go to like Disney World?
No. Have you met my parents? My parents
Wait, is
hate
Disney
that stuff.
Disney World is in Florida? Disneyland's
I don't
in
know. I have no
California?
idea, to
Is
be
that what it
honest.
is?
I think something like that.
I have no idea. My parents hate that kind of thing.
I think it might be the other way around. Disneyland's and I don't know. I was
My
getting
parents
mixed
hate that kind of thing.
up. Why?
My
You
parents
ever
are
met
like
Mickey Mouse,
Parents are the
dude?
best.
my parents.
I do love-
yeah,
I do
right.
love Kate and Max.
Everybody met my parents.
Great time.
That's a funny story. We took them. They came down
Where'd
2
we
weekends
take-
ago.
Yeah, 2 weekends.
And we hung out. His parents came as well. A couple of other parents. Jase was with us, and we all kind of went out, got food, and then they came out later that night with us and got to meet everybody and stuff like that. And it was very funny. My dad was feeling himself, and it was
Got some moves.
Oh yeah, he's got some
Dance
moves.
moves.
I think what
He's
he got,
breaking out the
like-
dance moves.
I swear he got like 3 numbers.
Yeah, he was. Everybody loved Max Hogan that night. My mom was over there in the corner, like, but nah, it was fun. But before you walked in, I just asked Jase, being the quarterback, obviously you're like the spotlight guy. Things go well, everybody loves you. Things go bad, they're just gonna hate on you no matter what. And I was just asking him, with this year obviously being not the greatest year in our history, talk about like that experience, especially coming in, not playing at the beginning of the year, coming in, then you got banged up a little bit, and then it kind of turned and obviously it got all over the place. But just kind of talk about that experience mentally.
Yeah. No, it was definitely an interesting year, for sure. Just like the whole, we were playing 3 quarterbacks at one time,
Yeah.
which is something I have never been a part of. But that experience is kind of like, it's going to like grow me into like a better, player and better person. But, team wise, I think, just being a quarterback and just trying to be the best version, of myself, to be able to help our team, be the most successful we can be. Obviously last year, we were 4-8. Didn't think we really had that kind of like that guy, at quarterback, just because three of us were playing. Like, it's tough to have like that leader, that guy, at that position, and that's what you need to be successful. So whoever that guy is, this year, obviously I hope it's me, but whatever happens, I just hope for our team's sake that he takes control of the reins and is that guy, so we can just be successful, and because I know we can be.
100%. I agree with that. We've had some new coaching changes.
Yes.
You have a new quarterback coach.
Yes.
How has that relationship been so far? I know he's only been here, what, 3, 4 weeks maybe?
No, not even 2,
3 weeks. No.
Yeah, I don't know. 2-3 weeks.
Something like that.
He
But
came later than some of the other coaches.
But talk about that relationship. How's that going?
Yeah. No, it's been like, this is my 4th coach since I've got like,
That's crazy.
yeah, got like recruited by like Coach Fry. I didn't even get to meet him. And then Barbe, Coach P, and then now Coach Costner.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So yeah, I'm sure it's like the same everywhere else, I feel like. But the relationship's been good. I really like him. He's a young guy. He's at Texas for 2 years. He's around like one of the best offensive minds. Steve, I think it's Sarkisian.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's obviously brought a lot of changes already to our offense, which I think will help us out for sure.
I agree.
I really like him a lot, and I think he'll help us out. So
talk about your coach. We have a new tight ends coach.
Yeah,
We got quarterback, tight end, technically a new wide receiver, but Petrino's just coming from quarterbacks. Our Mac, who was our player personnel guy, is now our linebacker coach, and a D-line coach. I forget his name.
oh my gosh, I know he's from Tulsa.
Yes.
That's all I know.
God, I'm not sure.
Just
Gotta ask Mike that one.
Yeah, but talk about your coach.
No, yeah, I like him a lot, Coach Torrey. He's he was in the league for, I think he said 8 years.
Yeah, 8 sounds
8 years.
Yeah.
Super Bowl champ. He's got a lot of experience. Really smart guy. I've been getting along with him well so far. I think he's gonna do a lot of great things for the tight end room. He's following. I mean, Coach T was a great coach too, so he's not trying to change too much, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
Some little things here and there, but so far he's been great. But yeah, I like him a lot.
Yeah, I know. For me, obviously, ours is just pretty much. He's always been there, but Petrino's now our wide receiver coach. Today was like our first real day.
Yeah.
So I've been asking this. Is he still the OC?
Yeah,
or
he's OC, but he's doing wide receivers.
Okay, gotcha.
And actually,
I wasn't sure about.
Thought it was good. It really wasn't that bad. We had a lot of like drills and stuff like that, which was fine. And then we watched film after, and it was, relative. It was just like 4 of us that were in there after or whatever and stuff like that. But it was good. Like
we were in our meeting. I don't know why he was banging. I heard bang.
Well, no, so listen to this.
I also heard Langston got
Our first meeting went. So it started like Lane got a Redskin right away because he was 1 minute late. So yeah, Lane got a Redskin
going
right
to the
away.
bathroom and he came in.
Lane got a Redskin right away. Then Tate fell asleep in the front row or like dozed. Tate, Shatavius.
Oh my god.
And like he's like sitting there and just goes like this, and he goes, "Get your head up!" Tate's like sits up like this. He's like, if you're gonna do that, get out of like just lays into him. I'm like, Tate, dude, come on. Just lays it. I'm sure they could hear it through the meeting. So yeah, started with a Redskin. Tate dozed off and got yelled at, and then we started talking about pooping behind trees.
What?
Yeah, it was like he was talking about like when you like hit a release, like if you get too wide, like you're like you have no space. And he's like, it looks like you're taking a shit behind a tree, and everybody was like, what? And then Iron was like, Coach, sounds like you making it sound like you do that all the time. And he was like, I'm gonna be honest, I've never actually done that, but I always carried. I had some country friends, and they would do it. And someone was like, "What do you use for toilet paper?" He's like, "Leaves." And we were all like, "What?" Then we were talking about like, what's the weirdest food like animal you've eaten? And like Chris asked me. And I was like, I don't know, like deer. And he's like, that's weird. I'm like, where I'm from, that's really common. Yeah. But obviously he's from Saginaw. And we were like, Coach B, what's the weirdest thing you've eaten? And he was like, raccoon, horse. I was like, horse? What?
What if he was like dog? Like he said something like that.
Gosh. Yeah, it was so funny, dude.
Oh, okay.
It was so funny. I was laughing. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. But no, it was good. I thought it was going to be like really like serious and stuff like that. And it was actually like pretty good.
Yeah.
So I liked it.
The one funny thing that my coach does is he'll be talking and he'll be like, no, I don't want to get out like on the field. And then you ask me this question. And then he starts doing like a white person voice because my coach is black. So he'll start doing like a white person voice. He's like, but Coach Torrey, you tell me that like you weren't supposed to do this.
That reminds me. That's like a slaughter. That was like a slaughter thing to do. Another thing I want to talk about. I don't know if I've ever actually said this on the podcast. I have a gambling addiction. It's a fact. It's okay. There's no issues with
talked
it.
about this.
It's all right. Have we talked about this?
Jase Bauer's on the train too.
Jase Bauer likes to join us in our gambling addictions. Jase, was he at our last casino run with us? We're not throwing numbers out there.
No.
I'll tell you.
Hell no,
I'll
I don't think he was.
Recent?
No, he wasn't. The last one, I think we all won.
When we were with him, he didn't win. We
we won and he lost. That was the last
he
one.
lost.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the night when everybody won though? That was like
You won,
crazy.
like, $700?
Yeah, I won
Yeah.
like $750.
I won $15
in like 5 minutes.
I won-
Because Cade was putting 100 on black and it just kept hitting. It kept hitting. He was up to like $1,000. I'm
Oh
like,
my gosh.
I'm up like $40. I was like, if I'm gonna sit here, so I go sit down. It's a $25 table. I'm like, screw it. Maybe 5 minutes. I came
It
back.
was literally like 5-10 minutes.
Came back with $750.
Yeah. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be smart. I'm up $15. I'm not gonna gamble. All these addicts go in. They win $600, $750. I'm like, well, fuck.
Then we went back like 2 days later, something like that. Was very bad. We're not gonna throw numbers out there.
That's how it gets.
We'll discuss it, behind the scenes.
Blackjack's not. Yeah, it's
Blackjack
not our friend.
Kind of sucker punched me in the face, and it kind of sucked really badly.
Happened.
But yeah, that's the vibe. Another story I want to talk about on the podcast. We got pulled over by the police. We had a snow day. I had a snow day. And as one does, where I'm from, there's not a lot of like things. You gotta like come up with your own stuff to do. You know what I mean? There's like, we're living in the woods. You gotta make stuff up, right? So we always sled behind the car. So like you go 2-tracking and like toe strap, get on the sled, and you're just whipping it. So I was like, let's do that in Mount Pleasant. So we go to an empty parking lot, which happened to be
Very big. No cars were there.
no cars, which actually happened to be lot 1 on campus. Whoops.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. And we are just drifting. Like, we are just flying. We were
going
cruising.
like 8 miles. That's what Chris said we were going like 8,
It felt
10 miles.
fast.
Well, yeah, because you were on the sled. I was holding the toe strap or whatever.
Yeah, and with the trunk open, there's like 9 of us in the car.
hooking it in my elbows like
Yeah.
this.
And
I
then,
almost got pulled out of the car.
whoop, cop comes flying in the parking lot. We're like, dang. And like, I thought he was just going to be like, guys, you got to stop. You got to stop. You know what I mean? He gets out, goes up to Chris. Have you been drinking? Like, I was like, really? And then he was like, I need everybody's IDs.
At like 3:30 on a Wednesday.
So we're all out there. Mark is in the car. Mark Gate, new corner. And he is like hiding in the back seat. The cop didn't see him. So
The trunk's open?
Yeah, trunk's open. He's like in the back seat, like tucked down. Takes all our IDs. Mark stays in the car. Comes back out after like checking them all. He's like, I'm not going to give you guys a ticket. I like called something into like this conduct office if they want to do anything they do. I don't want to do any paper, blah, blah. And we were like, all right, thanks, man. I'm like, why you got to
You
be
just
such
wasted your and our
Yeah,
time,
it was so
man.
dumb. I don't know why you just said.
He's like, you guys can do it, just don't do it on campus.
Then he goes, just don't do it on campus. I'm like, why? That doesn't even make any sense.
Yeah.
So it's not illegal.
I think
But,
it is illegal.
I mean,
is
what?
it illegal?
It
It's got to be illegal.
I don't know.
Probably.
We're barely moving. Stupid. Then we had a huge snowball fight / tackle fight in the parking lot, and the cops got called again on all of us because we were throwing snowballs at the cars. We were missing and hitting cars.
When was that?
At like 10:30, I knocked on your
out
door,
here?
and I was out there with a GoPro, like running around. And yeah, cops pulled up again, 2 cars, and they were like, "You guys gotta get out of the parking lot. People are saying you're hitting cars with snowballs." I'm like, dude, whoever called the police and said that,
Yeah, like
no offense, I hate you so much, incredibly. And then yeah, we've had too many run-ins with the police. Have you ever had a run-in with any funny run-ins with the police here?
Here?
Yeah.
No.
I've had
Here, no.
Too many.
Never mind. Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
we won't talk about that one.
No. It wasn't like the police. It was just the security,
Yeah, security.
at Soaring Eagle.
at the casino.
Oh, gosh.
I've been
One of my friends had
I
like
remember that.
I forgot what he had like a water bottle and he threw it at the ground, like, and it exploded and like the cop came out and was just like, "What are you guys doing?" Like he got pissed and
yelled at us.
yeah.
It was bad. And then,
But then we still got to go in.
did you hear about me and Mike? We were golfing in the it'd be over there. That big grass lot, kind of by the education building. Like you're walking that way, and it's big grass. We were hitting golf balls in there. We were just hitting golf balls. Like
Someone get him.
yeah, someone called the police on us, and 2 cop cars pulled up and said that we had to leave or they were going to detain us.
What?
I was like,
mean,
what?
We were hitting golf balls in the middle of the game.
But it's not like we were endangering it. Like it was like probably like 5 o'clock. Like it wasn't like there's a ton of people around. We weren't like we've golfed together, Jase. I'm not that bad of a shot. Like I can hit it. Like I'm not hitting it straight right
I was going 150. I was trying to hit the green.
No.
It just got away from
But yeah,
me.
they got in there and they were like yelling at us and stuff like that. It was incredibly dumb. Whatever. But Jase, thank you for coming on the podcast.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it. We finally got Jase on the podcast. We're gonna be more consistent, I promise. Next week's episode could be tough. I think we might be filming it in Alex's basement, possibly. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Maybe we'll set it up on the poker table or
We
something.
could. That'd be funny. But yeah, we're gonna figure it out. Thank you to Joe. Shout out Joe for
Yes,
coming
sir.
in. We've been sitting here for a while, so we appreciate you, Joe. New episodes every Saturday at 2 p.m. Stay tuned, subscribe, comment, like, share it with your friends. We're trying to, grow it up. We're going to get back on it. But we appreciate you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. And we'll see you guys later. Peace out.
See ya.